as all heck. Hello and welcome back. We are continuing on with the stretching challenge. This is week 2. This is all about hips. You could use this as a stretching routine to help warm up your hips for your middle splits, your front splits. You might even want to use some of these stretches to warm up before you do strength moves such as like squats in the gym. These exercises are also great if you have pesky sore hips and you really just want to try and stretch them and try and alleviate some of that pain and tightness. So with these stretches, we are going to be focusing on our internal and external rotation with a little bit of like forward and back hip flexibility. So let's get straight into these exercises. So the first one that we're going to do is we're going to start like half lying down, supported with our arms. We are going to bend both of our legs, bring one up to our chest, drop it out to the side, straighten the leg at the bottom, and bring it back up to our chest. These are little lying down half circles, and we're going to do 5 on each side. And then going back the other way, bringing the knee out to the side and into the chest. And swapping sides. Oh, my hips are so clunky. And then back the other way. Just make these circles as big as you feel comfortable with. Next, coming up, we are going to tuck our foot behind our bum with the other one in front. And we want to think about pushing our hip forward so that we get a stretch through the front of our hip. If you're just relaxing and being passive in this one, you might feel a bit of a stretch, but to get that little bit more, you really want to think about pushing and squeezing it forward. I'm going to hold this one for 30 seconds. And then swapping over to the other side. Make sure you're really pushing that hip forward. Next, we're going to bring those feet together, coming into a butterfly. We can do a couple different things here. We can bop the legs down, have a little bounce there, trying to push them down. We can either put our hands on our knees and push them down, or we can do the same thing with our elbows. Or if you're a big fan of movement, you can rock from side to side, getting a bit of movement in there. I'm a big fan of the elbows into the knees. Push it down. Holding this one for 45 seconds. Alright, we're now going to bring our feet up so that they're just a little bit wider than hip width apart in front of us, and we're going to be doing 90-90s. For these, we really want to focus on that internal and external rotation. So with our first knee, dropping it down, and we don't just want to like flop it down, we want to almost like resist and really feel that rotation that's happening in your hip. And then the same with going back, we want to resist it going out. lift up. And then the same thing on the other side. We want to do 3 on each side. So 2, 3. Alright, give those hips a little shake out. From here, we are now going to go into a downward dog. For this one, we're going to lift our leg up and bend it. And for this one, we want to think about drawing a really big circle with that knee coming all the way up and all the way down. We're going to do 4 of these on each side, going each way. Going the other way. And then swapping legs. Going the other way. Coming down out of that one, we are then going to come into our low lunge. So stepping 1 foot forward. We want to think about really pushing that hip down to the ground. We want to bring our hands down on the other side of our foot and just bringing that foot out a little bit wider. Maybe let it drop out to the side to create a little bit more room for you to come forward. You can stay on your hands, or if you're feeling a bit more flexible, you can come down onto your elbows. Coming up out of that one, we are then going to swap sides. So thinking about squeezing and pushing that hip forward, walking the foot out to the side, bringing the hands in, coming on. It's so fine if when you come down here, your foot comes out to the side a bit more, especially when you come down onto your elbows. It's so fine for that foot and knee leg to rock out to the side a bit more. Gives you a bit more space to bring yourself down. Sorry about the noises. Apparently the neighborhood just wants to do all the things. Next, we're going to come into our horse stance. For this one, we want to make sure that we are tucking our pelvis under for this one, and we're thinking about not dropping those knees in, but pushing them out. For this one, you can have your hands on your knees, helping to push them out, or you can not hold it, add an element of strength to it. I'm a big fan of this one because I can add that little bit more pressure to sending my knees in the right direction for that external stretch, in that external rotation. Alright, coming out of that one, we're then going to drop over to 1 foot in our cross hack squat. If you struggle to get your heel on the ground, you can put a yoga block or a book underneath your heel, or you can grab onto something to help keep you here. This one is a really nice one in the groin and the hip area, just because it's like a nice gentle stretch, for me anyway. It's a nice gentle stretch, for me anyway, that isn't too intense. We're then going to shift over to the other side. Feels good. Yeah. Alright, from here we're then going to shift, staying nice and low, over to the other side, and we're going to do 4 of these shifts. Alright, let's cool down, shake out those hips, drop them in towards you and out, just nice and gentle. This stage you might feel that your hips are a little bit looser, you've alleviated some of that tightness, some of that pain. Give them a little shake out as well. I like doing this, feels nice. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the hip stretching flexibility part of these weeks. If you did enjoy it, please give this video a like, because it shows me that you like these kind of videos. I will link week 1 up here, and then I'll also link week 3 when that comes out as well, so you can follow along with this stretching challenge. If there is any particular parts of the body or things that you want a stretching week for, please let me know down in the comments. I really love hearing video suggestions from everyone. It's super lovely. And with that, I will see you all in the next video. Bye. My glutes are sore.